Welcome to our Job Seeker Prep Series that will help you build winning resumes and sharpen your interview skills. This series is brought to you by Pacific Mountain Workforce Development Council. In Part 3 of our series, Building Winning Resumes, we will focus on choosing a format for your resume, reverse chronological versus functional formats. In our previous videos, we addressed what employers want you to know about resumes and the importance of focusing on the top half of the resume to get noticed in that first 6 to 30 seconds by a recruiter. The remainder of your resume focuses on your work experience, and there are a couple of ways to format this section. We conducted a survey of 250 recruiters and hiring managers about resumes. We asked which format they prefer, and 48% stated that both are acceptable. 46% stated they prefer reverse chronological, with a smaller percentage choosing functional only. What this means for the job seeker is that you have a choice. First, the reverse chronological format is the more traditional, most common format in which you start with your current or most recent job. You provide your title, the company name, location, and dates of employment. A brief explanation of your duties and accomplishments follow, and then you do the same for your previous position, going back up to 10 years. This format is great for candidates who can show career progression, starting off entry level and working their way up through the ranks to their current position. The functional format focuses less on the timeline of your work history and more on your skills and abilities. It is sometimes called a skills-based resume. Instead of starting with your job title and company name, each section has a header that is based on a skill, such as office management, customer service, or administrative support. Your duty descriptions and accomplishments go under the appropriate header. Then your work history with the title and dates is listed below. This format is good for career changers or those re-entering the workforce. This is especially true for job seekers whose experience from more than 10 years ago aligns perfectly with the job they are applying for, so he or she can combine experience over many years into the appropriate categories derived from the job announcement. This format is a good choice for when titles do not reflect what the candidate truly did. For instance, if a candidate's title was business developer but their main role was recruitment for open positions for local businesses, he or she may want to use a functional format, with the first section named Workforce Recruitment, also adding the additional title to their official title. This format is also good for candidates who have changed jobs a lot for reasons such as military relocation, career exploration, or contract work, to name a few. Candidates who have stayed out of the workforce for several years due to raising a family, caring for a loved one, or recovering from an injury may find this format helpful so that the recruiter sees your perfect fit with the role before they notice the gaps in your work history. At least then you are likely to get a phone call to inquire about the gaps. This is your chance to make a good impression and have a reasonable explanation ready to deliver. This format also forces the writer to target the resume to the job description. We do recommend that all candidates have a reverse chronological resume available in the event it is required. However, if you make a stronger first impression with a functional resume, try presenting this version first. Finally, to review our tips on resume formats, always start with a reverse chronological resume. It is the most commonly accepted and may be required. However, if your experience looks stronger in a functional format, submit this version first. Remember, the headers on a functional resume are not job titles. They are skills. For example, in place of Workforce Recruiter, it would be Workforce Recruitment. Dates of employment are always required. In a reverse chronological resume, they appear with your title, the company and location, starting with your most recent job first and going back 10 years. In a functional format, the dates appear at the bottom of the document in a work history section. When possible, we always recommend asking employers which style they prefer. Job seekers have a choice when it comes to their resume with regards to format and style. We hope this video helped you to see how you might best package your work experience on paper. Please visit our YouTube channel for additional videos in our series.